You need some hints to get going in the discussion with the kids. And very much dependent on where I am, we have to use what is the local biodiversity. So when I'm in Brazil, of course, kids are not so fascinated by apples, actually. But hey, Newton worked with the apple, so nothing we can do about that. We cannot put a coconut in the hands of Newton. So people say use local biodiversity. Yes, but Newton did it with an apple. I'm not going to change Newton's apple. But we can ask the question, how did the water get up in the coconuts? No one. You have coconuts? In the south? In the southern part? Apples is fine here. But how does the water get up in the coconuts? It's an interesting question because most of the parents never thought about how the water gets up in the coconut. And there's no one pumping it up. No pump. But it does get up there. But what is more interesting is when you're in Brazil, for example, then you ask the local kids which coconut is full of water. And they will know. And most of the people living along the beach will know when the coconut is full. Because they don't come by once a week for a holiday or a week for a holiday. They're following the coconuts all the time. And so they know by when and the looks and the color and the timing when the coconut is full of water. Now all that water defies the law of gravity. So when we're looking around for other examples around us where we can visibly see that there is a force stronger than the law of gravity. So that is one of the elements we do. Of course, it allows us to enter into this big question, as I shared with you, that the moon plays an important role. And it's much easier for you because you have a lunar calendar. I mean, you have a great advantage over the Western people because we have a solar calendar, and which is not as precise as a lunar calendar. But you have a much easier way of actually attracting the children into the thinking of the importance of the lunar calendar. And if you want to see anything filling up the lunar calendar plays an important role. We just never paid attention to it. So the first thing we have, and that's in this book in the back, we have these questions, we have these think abouts. Did you know that? And that allows you to hopefully get the debate going with the kids. Because in the beginning it's sometimes a bit cold to get going. Then the second phase, sorry Michael, do that. Then we have the teacher's guide. And in the teacher's guide, you will see there all the sciences that are actually in the story. Could you take that page? Yeah. Page 32. Now, when you look at it, you will see that this is highlighted. Which one is highlighted? Physics. Because of course, when we talk about the law of gravity, you're talking about physics. But it doesn't mean there's nothing else in that goes beyond the physics. You have the biology, you have the math. Just about every single subject that we highlight, there's something in the tables. So if you were a teacher in physics, then you think this story is a great way to get started. But even if you didn't know, you actually are introducing concepts of biology. You are introducing cultural issues. You're introducing geography. What's the geography you're introducing here? Yeah, where did the apples come from? Where were the apples originally? We don't ask ourselves the questions, but apples and most of the fruits have been very much contained. They definitely don't come from Latin America. They don't come from Africa. They're typical Euro-Asian products. So what is happening is that it allows us to think now in terms of biodiversity. Where is this source of the biodiversity? So we're looking at origins. What about ethics? It's taken up in specific colors. So this helps the teacher to become very emotional intelligence literate, because the words that are being chosen are exactly the words as the theory of emotional intelligence prescribes. And that is why we did it for all the fables in this way, so that you can see the two characters and you can compare the two characters. This normally we don't present to the children. The children are much more holistic. But for us to understand and to rationalize, and if you ever want to do some games with the children about the characters, actually you can take 6 characters and you can make the charts, and you will see very distinct behaviors and overlaps, how some of them behave. And as I mentioned, the way that the mouse behaves compared to how the mushroom behaves vis-a-vis the cow, 2 different behaviors. But there is one thing in common that both do. And this is really the basis of the spirit of what so much we want to do. Both ask questions to the big ones. So this is very important. Children somehow need to learn how to engage the big and powerful teacher, the almighty father and mother. They need to know how to engage them. And that is part of the learning exercise in life. Whenever we're in life, we're going to come across people who are bosses. And you can speak in one way to the bosses, you can speak in another way to the bosses. But most of the time, defining bosses is not good for your career. And only saying what the boss wants to hear is not good for the career either. The other one, though, is important. It's called thinking in systems. I'm really carrying you through the system with 10 logical points in a row. So every time when you see this box, you will have 10 logical arguments one after the other, summarized. Whereas in the fable, it is done in a children's language. Here, we're taking it really in a real-life situation. And we're talking the logic point by point. Boom, 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 boom. So we were certain that you as a teacher, you can see how the mind is framed around that logic and how can you come from this point to that point. Because all too often we hear the starting and the end. And we just forget the middle. No. We need to know how we get there. And we need to guide ourselves how to get there. I feel very comfortable with what you have done, that those people in the room and who were here for the 3 days, you have sufficient insight to be able to do it yourself. Sufficient.